Hello, I'm Lori.
I'm Kixon.
And together we are currently the broadcast. It is May 10, 2025. Some global headlines, some North American, and some local Vancouver news. Local. Coming at you first is Kingston with some global headlines.
Okay, first off, out of Beijing. What? Beijing?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Let's go. Many attempts to check that. Out of Beijing, China, robots participated in a marathon, a 21-kilometer marathon. And apart with humans, there's two basically aisles. One was the owners with their robots, okay, and the other one was just humans. Some of the robots collapsed at the start. Great invention. Some of them crashed into the fences. The humans destroyed the robots. The robots made it not even a quarter through.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know, but let's just say, because we do not want robots to take over mankind. Let's just say they got a quarter through, and the humans finished the race. I just want to say a great invention by the owners for crashing at the start. And I want to say an even better job to the humans.
So basically, the robots run like me. Terrible.
Okay, sure. But
Is that
I guess
something we can take from this? Interesting. So they won't be competing in the Olympics anytime soon.
Neither are you.
Neither am I. No. And out of Germany, this one's interesting. 180 men competed in the 64th finger wrestling competition.
Damn.
Called Fingy Hacker.
Wait, let me see.
Fingy Hacker?
Fingerhackler.
There, exactly, like you said. So 2 contestants dressed in the kind of thing that you would see a person wearing to Oktoberfest, like the shorts with the suspenders, that kind of garb. So they wear that. They sit across from a small table, 2 men sitting down, and they have, typically their middle finger goes in the middle, and they put a loop of leather between the finger, okay? And then they have to get the other guy across the table. That is the moral of the event. So apparently it looks really bloody and nasty, but it's just, according to the organizer, it's just a little bit of dislocated knuckles and some basic blood.
A little bit of just dislocated knuckles and a little bit of blood.
However, it actually looks like something that would be fun to watch.
Yeah, to you it does.
Do you think this is something that we should bring to Canada? Finger wrestling?
What do you guys think?
I think it's kind of cool. What do you guys think? Leave a message in the chat.
I speak for the viewers. No.
Hard no?
No.
Okay. Well, moving on. North American news. It is playoff season, and we are cheering for the Oilers. We actually went to Game 4 in Edmonton a couple of weeks ago against the Kings. And
on my birthday.
Ooh, yeah, and we won in overtime, and that was glorious. So I'm just going to tell you guys who's left. So we've got round 2 just started this week. We've got the Oilers versus Kings. We've got the Jets versus the Dallas Stars.
Wait, did the Jets win last night?
Yes, they did.
Wait, did the Dallas score?
They got 0. We've got the Hurricanes versus the Capitals. And we've got the Leafs versus the Panthers.
Hey, don't forget the Oilers versus the Knights 2-0 in Vegas. We won 2 games in Vegas. Now we're going to every game for 2. My uncle predicted 4-0, baby.
Okay. Yes, great Uncle Gar did predict 4-0 for the first series. And he's predicted that for round 2. So
hey, My mom
Uncle
said
Gar?
if he predicts this series, he's my mom's life advisor.
Yes.
That
So,
would
no
be
pressure.
a good decision.
No pressure, Uncle Gar, but so let me ask you
Gonna
this.
get paid big bucks.
Who do you think will win?
Obvious. Spoilers!
Okay, the Winnipeg Jets versus the Dallas Stars.
Oh, it's obvious. Jutes.
Jutes, okay. Carolina Hurricanes versus the Washington Capitals. The Canes or the Capitals? Caps.
Holes.
And Toronto Maple Leafs versus
Maples. I think Maple's gonna take it.
Maples. The Maples.
Hey, I'm speaking into the microphone.
And if our team goes out, who are you going to cheer for the cup?
Maple.
The Maple Leafs.
If not the Maple, then the Jutes. And if not the Jutes, then the Carolina.
Okay.
Carolina.
Now, it's been noted that a lot of these NHL pro players, they have a lot of pre-game rituals that they like to adopt before a playoff game, especially superstitious type things like ordering their favorite food, having food delivered, basic meal, nap, taking the dog for a walk. One guy's reported to listen to Madonna.
Who's that?
Who? I don't know. I forgot to write his name down.
His name's Stevie Toilet.
But the great one back in his heyday of gloriousness was said to
What's his name? Gretzky.
He would eat Snickers bars, hot dogs, and Diet Coke. Whereas
Unhealthy.
our modern day Canadian treasure, Sidney Crosby, likes to have a basic peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
We want pizza.
What does your pregame ritual look like?
Just relax.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Chill and relax. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just get into a zen mode.
Yeah. Rest up.
Namaste.
Hey.
Finally, we've got local Vancouver news. This is kind of a bit of a bummer. Not a Canucks fan, then I guess you don't care.
Wait.
We're losing our head coach.
Goodbye, dear. Rick.
Farewell, Rick. He will not be returning.
Oh, Rick, a man. Oh, Rick, a man.
He's only been with the team since January of 2023.
He's going to the Flames.
And last season, he did bring us to an exciting cup run. That was pretty rad. This year, not so much. But yeah, so thanks, Rick.
We want Adam.
Question is Adam Foote going to stick around? Because I read recently that his contract is up too. So are we losing a head and an assistant? We don't know. Only time will tell. But, we hope for the best. And, there's always next year, right? Something awesome is happening with Kingston's baseball coach. Now, his baseball coach, Tyson Gillies, he is a pro baseball player.
Not now. Not in my house league.
Right. His travel baseball coach. One of them. He is not only a former MLB player, but he is also a hockey player. He is participating in the 4th annual Deaf World Hockey Championships being hosted here in Vancouver out at UBC. And that started a couple of days ago and it runs until the 17th of May. So get your tickets, go watch some amazing hockey by some amazing athletes and support Canada. There's an update about the dog that was found in the rubbish bin that we talked about last episode. Now, this dog was found in a rubbish bin, if you don't recall, brought out, saved by some bystanders that were in a park. And turns out the dog had a broken hip, a broken paw, and a number of broken ribs.
Who would do that? You dummy bunny.
Well, they suspect that maybe the dog was hit by a vehicle, and then, I know. So But guess what? He's had surgeries. He's had $7,000 worth of surgeries already.
Donation. Donate to the dog.
They have
Donate to the dog.
They've named
Donate.
the dog
Donate.
Oscar.
Donate to the dog. Wait, did they adopt him?
They named the dog Oscar.
But did they adopt him?
No one's officially adopted him, but there's
That's sad.
I know.
Wait, how can you name a dog without adopting it? Or
Also, I'm not sure how I feel about the name Oscar. I don't know. I see it. I see the joke, but I don't think it's really that.
Wait,
funny.
so if you guys have ever watched Elmo, there is a puppet that lives in the garbage can called, you know what? It's called, you know what?
Oscar.
Oscar.
So I see the joke, but I don't know if it's actually that funny. But anyway,
It's not funny.
there is a registered charity towards Oscar's medical bills. He's going to have a few more surgeries.
Give him $1.
So if you want to
Give him
donate,
$1.
the charity will be listed in the show notes.
We should do that.
We should. Absolutely.
We should donate
for sure.
$1 million.
And that's kind of it. Oscar's doing well. So, that's the update we wanted to give. Kingston, since the last episode, turned 9.
Yeah.
He's thriving. And I went to the Eagles concert in Vegas with my dad, which is amazing. I cried
awesome.
3 times.
You cried 3 times?
Yeah, I did.
At the
It's very
Eagles
moving.
concert.
It was very moving.
At the concert.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't, sobbing in my seat. I was just, teared up. It's very emotional. It's the sphere. It's just a full of experience. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in.
We will have a guest next week.
Ooh.
His name rhymes with doll,
Cool.
and his last name rhymes with fall.
Golf Hall?
Our next guest is Paul Campbell.
Ooh.
You might have seen it in some Hallmark movies. And he is my dad.
So stay tuned for that. That'll be hot take.
Interesting.
Thanks for watching. See you next week, and let's go Oilers!
That's enough.